Yeah, I don't have anything on yet. It's just the screen. You ready? Okay.
Yo, y'all don't wanna know. Fuck around and see it, cause you know I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Web3 breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby. You know I'm reckless. We stacking blue chips, my people by the dip. Matte Black Lambo coming soon. Don't forget, sign the check.
Web3 breakfast. Fuck a Lexus, push a Maserati, keep a diamond Jesus on my necklace. I'm living reckless. Fuck a job, cash the check, grab the bag, hit the flight, we on the next one. Wife changing money, just ask my honey. Got a diamond on my face, I can't help it, I'm new money.
Web3 breakfast, wake and bake, appreciate the checklist, moderate the stage, perplexing everything you say, and not to mention, I think I rug. Maybe I should shrug it off, go touch some grass, perhaps some plug.
Web3 breakfast.
Web3 breakfast.
Web3 breakfast.
But a little too soon. Bada bing, bada
Boom.
boom, baby. There
Hey,
you go.
there it is. Hey, all right. So I got a thumbs up from Matthew in the Twitter space. Sounds like we're good over there.
Fantastic.
Perfect. If you want to join up on that, I'll make you the co-host over on the X space. Excuse me. I think that's going to be one of those things that is just so hard to change. Is not calling it Twitter.
Yeah, I don't like the X thing. I made my stance yesterday, and I stand by it.
Yeah. No. And for me, it's not even just about the platform. It's just about like the space, right? Like it's a Twitter space. Is what it's called. It's a Twitter space. It's not an X space. Like I'm not. That's not an X space host. That doesn't sound right.
It kind of sounds cool though. I mean, when you say it like I'm an X space,
It sounds like I'm a former space host. Like
yeah, formerly known as J Chains. Like now you're just a symbol.
career's over, man. Like that's it.
Wrap it up.
See you later, man.
Wrap it up.
Fade on under the sunset.
Yeah, man. You know, I had an opportunity to chat a little bit with Matthew earlier today and last night and stuff, and he was saying, you know, he's like, man, I'm sorry I couldn't chat yesterday with you guys. He's like, I was just getting on an airplane.
Well, that's right. He was going up to New York to go. Was it Skidmore College? Is that where he was going?
I want to say that's the name. We'll send him a request today. He may or may not be able to make it. Yeah, he said 100 on that. You know, I think what he's doing.
Shout out to the memory at 41. Still kicking strong, baby.
Bro, one of us got to have a memory. You know what I mean? Like, because I bumped my head on a bomb over in Iraq, and so I don't remember real well. But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's why you surround yourself with strong people. And, you know, like that's a lot about what we're talking about today, too. You know, the people that you surround yourself with.
The people that you yeah, exactly. Surround yourself with. What I was trying to do was like pull out the full title that we have on StreamYard, but I wasn't able to because my window is much smaller. And I think it's about really, you know, the ethics, the standards that have to be set. And, you know, do we let cancel culture, you know, take things away? And that may be an extreme point, but, you know, it is something that we need to address because, like, let's take the example with what happened with Daniel over with Yuga, right? Mm-hmm. And these tweets from 2014, and yeah, they were pretty stupid. It should have been his responsibility to clean it up, or for somebody to say, "Hey, bro, what are you doing with those?"
Right.
Like that needs to go. You know, it doesn't have to be an immediate cancel. I don't think. I mean, I think people, if you have the course of almost 10 years, like people can change. Like I'm a much different person now than I was 10 years ago. I guarantee you.
Facts, bro. I mean, and that's the thing, right? So that's what we want to talk about today. We want to have a conversation about that. We are in the chop shop right now, you know, so this is that time for us to really be able to.
And I'm glad Craig's here because Craig, yesterday, we didn't put it up, we didn't post anything into the chat, but we will today. But we went to, we had to go to the courthouse yesterday for Ben for something they ended up just giving continuance, whatever. But so Turbo and I had some time. We went to the Australian Bakery in downtown Marietta. And we ended up talking to the owner. Now, this guy, he is Aussie, like through. And so we didn't try any of the Vegemite. They did have some on the counter. They also had like it was a Vegemite beef combination.
Golly. No, listen, Craig, I'll be honest with you, man. You Australians, man, you guys love the chat, man. You guys are the friendliest people on the doggone planet, I'm trying to tell you. And so he like talked to us, man. We had a little bit of time. I mean, you know, like we weren't like in a super rush, but by the time we finished chatting with him, and the synchronicities of like our conversations and stuff was just crazy because he was just like, I love racing horses. And I was like, oh shoot, we do too, you know, and like we had this whole thing and he was introducing us to his friends.
So we gotta talk to you about this because I would assume that I would assume that possibly the crypto community knows each other there in Australia. So we'll see. But yeah, he's into like the horse racing on a crypto level, and something with, was it in the Singapore? They just like yesterday was like in Australia was like your big, it's like your Kentucky Derby, and this guy runs horses like in the Singapore circuit, something, and that's very big and common in Australia. That's what I gathered from our conversation.
Oh, I can't hear Craig. Can you hear him?
I cannot hear him. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That means maybe we're not connected all the way?
We should have been. Seven's talking to, we can't hear him either.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, they can't hear us? Yeah.
That's right. We'll just have a conversation without anything.
So they can't hear us at all.
That's a thumb up. I thought we got it. I'm going to kill Bluetooth and then we'll be back.
Oh, no, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Do I have something wrong over here? I got all the volumes though.
The blue volume. Yeah, I got them now. I can hear 7 now.
Oh, there they are. Oh, okay.
Hey. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, he did say it was nighttime, our time last night, so It makes sense that it was morning for you today.
Damn, that's dope, man. And too, I can't imagine what fifth place pays. If it's a $5 million purse, man, fifth still got to pay. It's still got to pay a pretty little penny. Really? Man, we might have to move our pony over to Australia.
Wow. Is the camera really laggy?
Yes. I could see it. I didn't know if they could see it too. I was seeing in YouTube that it is skipping around. Yeah, now Craig, have you ever been to the Kentucky Derby? I know you're a sports aficionado. Oh, okay.
Well, we got to make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, and we will. Look, I mean, I feel really strong about our baby. Our baby, when you look at him next to the other horses, he is so much bigger, bro. Like he is huge compared to the other horses. And so we did have to unfortunately clip his, his baby making.
He was ready to go.
Because that boy was, he was so fired up. He was like just banging his head on the stalls every day. Like it was nuts. We had to snip.
Yeah, we were all teenagers once. We know the feeling.
Yeah, man. But see, that's where the real money is in that, is if you can keep them things attached. But look, I did want to go back to this Australian bakery real quick because, bro, I was like, when we started talking about the Marmite, I instantly started dry heaving. Instantly, Craig. I didn't even see it. I wasn't even in the bakery yet. That's how nervous I am. Yeah,
Yes, we were. Craig, it was Bovril. It was Bovril. So it was beef extract mixed with vegetable extract. Bovril.
oh, golly.
That's a savory pie.
Yeah, I can tell you. I had this. I don't know what I had. It was some kind of. Pastry. I was expecting like it to be kind of soft and fluffy because it was like looked like a powdered donut, It had like whipped cream looking stuff on top of it with like blueberries and kiwis. And the first person I thought it was Annie. I was like, damn. I was like, Annie would be so proud right now. And then I took a bite into it. And it just like exploded like styrofoam, like the actual pastry.
It was egg whites. It was like a meringue with like a creamy sweet custard, and then a bunch of fruit on top. It was really good. I had gotten some sausage.
You had an Australian breakfast burrito.
Yeah, basically. It was really good. But at that point, like, I thought that, what Turbo had was better. Like, I had something very savory, and his was very sweet. And I did enjoy my sausage roll with eggs and cheese, whatever it was.
Your sausage roll?
Granny sausage roll.
Porter pastry.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so, actually. Does it look like a piece of cake? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah. So we missed out. We'll go
We're
back.
gonna go back.
We'll definitely go back.
Yeah, because I want to interview the owner. Like, that dude was off the chart. Like, he was just amazing. Like, he was ready to like bring us on board, give us the life story. Like, it was, Australians are the best. I used to think it was Canadians, but now I have to put Canadians in second place. I'm gonna have to roll down to Australians. Sorry, Carrie, because you won't come up here and talk.
Well, Carrie's got a dentist appointment. We've got a couple, shout out to the Web3 Breakfast community members today making a trip to the dentist. We know we got several of you doing so. So hope your cleanings or your fillings or whatever you got going on go well. So shout out to you taking care of those teeth.
Yeah, definitely. We have Love with his hand up. What's up, Love?
I got to back out of it. Hopefully you got to copy all those words before you lose them.
Got to have that.
Oh, you know what? I think, this is really good advice. Really quick, I don't mean to pause you, but this is something that I have this in my life, and I want this for everybody in your life. So I've got a Turbo. Mm-hmm. Turbo is he's my sounding board sometimes when I feel like I need to fire something off because of something that has come in or whatever. You sometimes you just need the cathartic act of typing it out and then sending it. And then, so I'll send it to him, and I'm like, "Hey, man, what do you think?" And,
what?
No,
Jesus. They would definitely be spicy.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
They chopped this video up.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Okay.
Like that. What's up, Dr. Bruce?
In the booth. Hell yeah. And Dr. Bruce, I'm definitely happy to see you, bro.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to step away. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were taking the sabbatical and stuff, man. I'm definitely glad to see you still doing your thing.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely you got to chill. You got the vibe, and definitely love to hear that. Sometimes we all got to take a little, time to just relax. I had to do it, man. I took like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah. Well, it's like a week.
It was like but that's like a month in Web3.
Yeah. Oh.
Absolutely, man. We got to get back on track. That's all part of it, and keeping that focus going. We like to say, like, I say this, like, if I can't be good to myself, like, I can't be good to anybody else, right? So, like, you got to take always. It's just like the airplane method. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. That's just how it goes. And
It can be tough, man.
It can be tough.
It can be tough, but that's, for me, like I really, just like through that experience, I just doubled down in what I was passionate about, like the Web3 space, is something that I absolutely love. I think that, I believe in it wholeheartedly. Like, I don't even believe in I know in it, and so it's like for me to sacrifice so much, right? To like say, hey, you know what? Like, I'm not going to put any more work in, like I only get to see my kids every other weekend, like that can be a struggle even in itself, to sacrifice all of that. Like, I have to make this successful. I have to, like to make this a bigger thing, or everything that I did was for naught, you know what I'm saying? And so that just kind of gave me a push and a motivation, you know what I'm saying? And we all have something, right? I'm sure every single person in here who loves crypto has multiple people in their lives that they love and care about who think they're absolutely nuts and that are truly worried about them and want nothing more than to get them out of the space.
Yeah, and also, I mean, that like there's the neglect factor as well. So like it makes it worse, right? Like, not only are we nuts, but we isolate ourselves, in front of our computers and our phones and whatever. Let's get to a couple of these hands.
Sad. Hang on.
Yeah, I know. For the Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's our goal is to never have any toxicity in the room at all.
And that's what happens when you don't pick good people to be in position. And that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Craig.
That's really a good point. I'm excited that I am excited that, you know, I haven't thought about this, but when we made the jump from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m., that made it a little earlier in Craig's evening. I wonder if that's been beneficial. And he just pulled his hand down, so he sits for you guys.
He's gone.
I'm rugging. That's what
he's out of here.
Craig.
Well, let's just get frank about it. What's up, B Frank?
Be Frank. Jim fan. You know, like when was the last time? And like, you know, for real though, like, you know, with the exception of the people that we surround ourselves in Web3, like, you know, when was the last time that we hung out with someone that like is not a crypto person?
I can't even, bro. I can't even freaking do it, bro. I like literally like try to like have normal conversations and I just can't, you know what I mean? Because like the shit that they're talking about, this is the thing, right? It goes both ways.
Like, are you talking about like NPCs in conversations that NPCs gonna have?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, like I count the people that go.
Yum's so good.
Roses.
Why not?
Yeah. Gang. Yeah, I'm talking more about like the people that can just go to work every day and press the blue button from 9 to 5, and they make like, you know, the 20, 30, whatever they make, their little change, and they're satisfied. Like
not everybody craves, you know, that's not something you can knock someone for, because that's,
I don't get it. I don't understand. All I'm saying is I don't understand it the same way they don't understand crypto. Yeah. Like when my mom literally comes, she's like, Michael, can I give you a bit of advice? I'm like, no, you cannot give me any advice. What could you possibly tell me when you know nothing about what I do? There's nothing in my world that matches with your world. Like, yeah, when she stopped me and I had like mortar all over my pants, and she's like, you guys sitting down to eat, or you bringing it back? And I was like, well, Granny, you know, like we can bring it back if you want some too. She's like, well, no, I was just more worried about the way you're dressed. Facts. Yo.
I have, so true story. I have a MAGA hat from Trump's inauguration, because when I was back before like full-time crypto, or while I was still doing the whole bus game thing, you know, we actually did the charter bus intake for all of the buses for the women's rally the day before, which, by the way, the sheer number of people in Washington, D.C. for the women's rally far exceeded the number of people in Washington, D.C. for the Trump inauguration rally. I promise you, I was there for both of them.
Sheesh.
It was
boring.
Again, like the women's rally was really, you know, and like that was a whole thing unto itself. You know, they had the hats. Huh. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There's coffee all over the studio. No, I mean, you know, like that's what the hats were called. Oh,
yeah, Granny. We're gonna need to get Jay also a towel as well.
Like, I just shot coffee onto a light. We got the fill light right there. Just took a little coffee.
Coffee, that's okay. And yeah, yes, definitely.
No other tech was harmed in the in that laugh outburst. Great job.
But we did real quick because we are 2 minutes from our workout, and I do have to bring up Owl Marauders, message here on YouTube. He says
Marauders. He's a dentist fan. He's going to the dentist today.
He
Trying to
says
tell your secrets.
he says I get what you're saying about taking lessons from older, but I get what you're taking lessons from older, more established people isn't necessarily a terrible idea. My family knows nothing about blockchain tech, but I take trading, finance, investing tips still. And I mean, maybe that's a good point, right? Like, I mean, you're right. Marauder, it's just my mom's such a know-it-all. She's probably watching this right now, and she just thinks she knows everything.
Well,
I get it.
Parents, listen. I'm going to tell you something. Like, there's it's that thing that happens when you become a parent. Like, you know things that you didn't know before. You also learn things that you thought you knew. But also, like, as far as dads go, like, you get dad strength. Like, it just happens. All of a sudden, you get that weird freak strength.
Yeah, like we blew them doors open, bro.
Oh, dude. Yesterday. Yeah, look, we got to talk about this really quick because I know this has nothing to do with ethics and hiring protocols, but it is a short story and it'll be right before the workout. But so yesterday, guys, I think that we had a fantastic show yesterday. The community showed up. The conversation was like amazing. And so Turbo and I were riding the high after the show, and we go to leave the building. And I'm telling you, the doors in this building are not automatic. But yesterday, they were automatic. Like, as we were walking up to the doors, it was like electricity, like, could feel it. It went boom, and the doors opened up for us to walk out. And we're like, well, that's fucking weird because that's never happened before. I've been in and out of those doors now for several weeks. Never once have they opened up. But this energy that we brought with us, man, blew those things wide open. And I think we can contribute it to the micro workouts that we do every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. because that's what we do here. Healthy minds, healthy bodies, healthy portfolios.
I have to give it to the community on this one, man, because we were just juiced, man. Like, there was just we were buzzing, going down the elevator, like our chests were pumped out, and there was literally literally you got here is like, and then like the doors just
and there was not a soul in sight.
Yeah, so
just us.
Maybe we could get that. Maybe we could get that security footage, bro.
Maybe. Because
I'm telling you right now, that could go to a paranormal show all day long. Like, I watched this one show and they try to prove if the videos are real or fake. No, that could definitely be one. Because
I'm definitely, man, we had good energy. It was our energy. It was not ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in our positive energy.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they do more than just ghosts, like in the paranormal, because our frequency is exploding out of our body, blowing 2 doors open. You know what I'm saying? And then they were stuck there. That's a thing. So so
here. Yeah, just yes. I completely forgot to send that over there. But what I'm going to do is send that to the computer right now, and you can drag and drop. Open up the Road app.
I can't. It's not connected. I was already trying to do because I had Seven's track already up.
No. So you can connect to it while the thing. It won't kill it.
No, so I'm saying, like, when I pulled it open, it's saying it's not connected. It's telling me to connect, so that's why I didn't mess with it. But if you send it to me,
no, you connect like to that one on the side.
I'm looking at it on the screen right now.
Yeah, connect it.
It won't let me. This just says, please connect Road device to get started.
Oh, that's good. You guys can hear us, right?
Yeah, they can hear us.
And so we're talking through the Road device, so that's weird. All right, so that is awful.
So we can definitely put it on for.
It'll just play.
Yeah, it'll play from the computer. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is that time. You know what time it is. Look, it's time to get up out your seat. We have our workout that we're going to get into. We have a Nessie track here that we are about to bless with y'all. This is unreleased, I believe so. But this is the opportunity to get up. I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to do push-ups today, Jay, because your push-ups were so freaking on point yesterday that I was like,
yeah.
Man,
okay, so in the text message from Nessie that he sent me yesterday, he said this is unreleased Vibe Web3 Jam. So this has been an unreleased, so you're going to get a little glimmer of it. We're not going to give you the whole thing. Obviously, that would just not what we do. But we're going to give you a little taste, just like an appetizer, right? Have you ever gone to like a nice restaurant and you're going to have a steak dinner, but you're really, really hungry, And so you get yourself nice little appetizers and split with your friends. That's what we're going to give you right now while we get a workout in, is that nice little appetizer. So, think if you like escargot, maybe it ain't going to go.
It ain't playing. I got it playing in the thing, but there's no sound.
Turn the volume up on the yellow one, maybe.
That's your headphones.
No, turn that. No, on the slider.
They're all up to equal. You can hear it?
It's playing.
It's playing from the computer. I need the computer to route to the USB is not connected is what it is. That's why it's saying that. All right. Look at me in the big chair. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, sometimes we do that. You know, that's a part of the showmanship. You know, you got to be prepared to just flip it out. And guys, like, we're gonna get to this workout. Let's bring some more people up here as we get in this conversation. After this workout, we will be beginning our chat about ethics, hiring protocols, cancel culture, and what the responsibilities are, of these different projects and founders, right? Like, you bring somebody on your team, right? Like, ability to them, because technically, are they a 1099 worker? And that's what we're going to be talking about. So, guys, think about that as we get this last little music thing in here to pop up. Maybe. Okay, 4, maybe 3,
2, 1.
Yes, fantastic.
Yes.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time to get to that workout. Healthy minds, healthy bodies, healthy portfolios. Get the hell out of your seat.
No, I want to hear the song, man. I haven't even heard it yet myself.
Hey. Love money, fuck drama. Try to get the commas, they was learning about some blah blah. Can't nobody save you when you slaving for $1. Gotta teach them how to fish so they don't eat. We don't catch a far to play with these lames in a whole different lane, covered by the chosen one. 60 left ain't been the same. Seeing red when I add it up, I'm tired, but it's changing. You can never sub beside the equation. They sleeping on me, but the cash down. I do it for my twins. What you doing less for? I've been Web3, now I'm seeing cash flow. 85 up in the T's, you can do the math, ho. Mobbing with some queens and they even quote the lines. Rolling woods and they keep an open mind. Had to let go of a couple, they was trying to toe the line. You don't make it multiply, then the time's gonna divide. I just get digits, new way, get chicken, big business, old chick, dismiss it. I can't let nobody stop me from getting my ticket. I don't care if you my man, so don't mean you accept it. Got the keys like a flipping friend tech, turn 2 to 11. You can keep the little flicks. Over the hair roll, run, getting checks on my ex.
And that's a little snippet right there.
Man, Nessie's
Banger.
that thing's a banger.
Tell me when Nessie met. Y'all really tell me when Nessie missed. Tell me when Nessie met. Just call me up and say, hey, I am Nessie missed. He ain't never gonna miss.
No.
He always say him on the rap track, Apocalypse on the beach. I tell you, man, Apocalypse, that dude right there, man, Web3 producers. And when I say bangers after bangers, that he has endless amounts of bangers, man. I love all this Web3 content.
So much fun. So much fun to watch his career go from it. He was just making songs for NFT projects. Now he's making, I'm telling you, like, these songs, there's a couple guys making tracks. Seven, I'm gonna call you out.
Call them out, please.
Turbo played one for me the other day, and I was like, for a few minutes, I was thinking, like, man, like this is a radio song. What is this? And no, man, it was you. And so, man, shout out to you guys making some things that are radio worthy here in Web3. I'll tell you what.
Absolutely incredible. Yes, and you know what? Speaking of bangers, let's jump into this thing, man.
Oof, I'm winded still.
That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. I'll throw the ball up in the air, and then you just slam this thing down, because like leaders. Let me go to my leaders. Please. If you bring somebody into your organization and their conduct is not becoming of your ethos of your project, it is 1,000%
your responsibility. And everything that they do is your fault.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous to say that.
Nope. Frank,
You
what's
think
up?
so?
I mean, listen, I understand.
No,
I understand what you're saying, but like, let's take the Yuga thing, for example. Is that Yuga's fault that they didn't know that he had some racist anti-Semitic remarks from 2014?
Yes.
Why?
They hired him on. They
well, how
brought
the
him,
fuck do you expect someone to scroll back like 10 years for like a comment that's...
There's software for that. And in any major corporation that's out there, they use that software.
Okay, do you think it's worth having just a conversation, say clean it up or you go, and then you decide? Like the cancel culture just takes off right away and says you got to go?
Remember,
10 years. You guys...
It wasn't 10. It wasn't 10.
2014. Okay,
well,
so 9 years.
They did have some comments that were about 3 years.
Okay.
3 to 4 years.
Okay.
Which is still, I get it.
No, I mean, 10 years, 9 years is different than 3 years.
Right? I mean, it's still a long time, bro. Especially in the Web3
people can
space.
change. I mean, like cancel culture will get you for years. Like, well, you see people, and listen, I'm not condoning bad behavior by any means.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, at some point, you have to draw a line in the sand saying people can change.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. But
you
Frank,
gotta get ahead of that.
Yeah, but hang on. We got Frank first, then we're gonna come over here to AI Love, and then we're gonna hit Nessie in there. Frank, what you got, family?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. You know, I agree with James. You know, people do grow up, people change, people's perspectives do change over the years. I agree with that. Overall, at the end of the day, you know, you got to do what's best for the business. When you look at that aspect, and anybody you bring on board is definitely your responsibility. And if, you know, they go rogue or something happens, then you know, it's your responsibility to cut ties with them. The same thing that's going to happen to you IRL when you hold that kind of position, you know, or your manager, or, you know, just district manager, or whatever your position is. If you go rogue or those, you hurt the brand of the company IRL, they're going to let you go immediately. So I mean, what's the difference?
Thank you. And here's the thing, right? I'm like Jay Chains. Look, man, I'm the king of forgiveness, right? Like, don't nobody forgive like I forgive. I tell people because I know I'm a sinner. I made sins, so I got to forgive those that are around me. But there's another thing that goes with that, right? And that is metrics to change. Talk is cheap, man. Anybody I can talk you to death all day. This is what I tell you, right? This is why we're razzling, dazzling at the basil, because we can talk all day, but actions speak louder than words, right? So if I'm somebody that's a part of Yuga, which, you know, let's not even go there because that just even makes shit look even worse, right? Like, if I'm a part of Yuga and I know that in my past history, I said some derogatory things. Like I tell people all the time, don't be shocked and surprised if you look me up and you find some information about me. Why? Because I'm a felon. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why do I tell people that? Because I want you to know the first thing they say on the job application is to do what? Tell the truth. Right? If you know that you're doing something and that this is your mission and your goal and you want people to know that you're transparent, you be upfront and honest with them. You say, hey, listen, this is who I am. This is the things that I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And this is the path that I'm looking to push forward. Now I can actually look at you and say, hey, I can believe what this person is saying. But when things are kept in concealment and in the shadows and you don't deal with it up front, and then you don't put action behind your actions of your past to show remorse, then why should we forgive you? Prison, this is why they lock people up. If y'all know about the Quakers, right? It's called prison was Latin for remorse. Look it up, no lie, right? So what they would do is they would lock people up until they felt remorseful for it, until they had a true understanding of what it is that they do. In the industrial world, we don't do that, right? We fire people. If you're a part of a corporation, the owner of the Clippers said a racial remark. What happened to him? Billy Bye-Bye.
Yeah. He went.
I mean, but Jay, I mean, Jay, I mean, that's what you're saying. Like, I mean, you're on the other side. You don't think this is a thing?
I mean, I feel like it's all very like, it has to be something in this is my opinion, right? That it's very case by case basis, right? Like you have to figure out the conduct. Like, was it something that was,
it's tough, right? It's tough.
It's tough, but like, listen, like if you were as like and I think, you know, a 65 or 70-year-old billionaire man saying racist remarks is different than, and maybe you guys will understand or agree, maybe you won't, then, you know, someone who's a lot younger, a lot more impressionable will say things to get clicks versus say something because they truly mean it or whatever, because they're hanging out with people, right? And then now that comes to haunt you like forever because maybe you were just trying to be cool. And not that like being cool and like saying that like is even like the right thing to equate there in that same conversation, but we know at the end of the day why people would say that, even if they're like, if you say racist shit and you're not a racist, what are you doing it for? Usually it's because you're trying to act cool in front of your friends.
Yeah. And I definitely,
or you're just an idiot.
Right. And I mean, and I think that that's a part of it as well. Nessie, you have your hand up, family. What's going on, bro? Thanks for that dope ass track. Nessie?
Sorry, bro. I'm washing dishes. I got the earphones in.
Washing dishes. You trying to what you listen to that on the open minds?
No, I'm literally washing dishes, bro. This
Oh,
is an everyday thing, bro.
Hey man,
But,
that new
thank
track
you
was
for playing
hot,
the
dude.
track.
Dude, it was hot.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm honored and really excited, you know what I'm saying? And not only premiere it here at Web3 Breakfast, but also going to be premiering it down in Miami with you guys when I perform it. It'll be my first time performing it ever, you know what I'm saying? As well as we shooting a video for it. So I'm super geeked up for that, you know what I'm saying? But to add to the conversation, I mean, I feel both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? From one side, J Change, you know what I'm saying? I definitely am a forgiver. And it has to come to a certain point where if you, let's be honest, if we all look back at our Facebook statuses when we were in high school or, you know what I'm saying, young adults, I'm pretty sure some of us are going to be looking cringe because we were putting threes instead of E's. And, you know what I'm saying? We was like shortening the words. And, you know, I was looking through my statuses and I'm like, yo, when people find these, I am done for. I'm getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? Not because I said some wrong shit, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? I was younger and I was just typing random statuses that literally just was just, I don't know. I was simping, y'all. I ain't gonna chat. But anyway,
I mean,
it's just like,
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you, like when you think about it, it's like, like people do have a history, but like Turbo was saying, it's all, or like Jay Change was saying, it's all about what you're doing now, what your actions are now. If you said something 7-10 years ago, even a year ago, and your actions and your who you are as a person are completely not that, then people will understand it. Now, just like AI Love said, if you come correct and you let people know, like, yo, I did this, it was not correct, it was ignorant, you know what I'm saying? And I apologize and I'm moving forward to better myself, that's a whole different monster. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it definitely is situational. And it all depends on if the person is actually trying to change and better themselves. If not, then yeah, get them out of there. But if they're actually trying to better themselves, we all deserve second chances because let's see, I'm sure we all are on our like 69 chance.
Yeah, dude,
So,
that's one of my biggest gripes with most people in Web3 is that everybody's riding on their high horse when, you know, like, and I've said it before, you know, like everybody, like, unless you actually work in social media, like people are just here to post their highlights of their life, right? So like, you know, what they actually do, like no one, you know, it's the keyboard warrior syndrome, right? And so we know that's a thing. And so, yeah, like,
well, you know, like Shay made a post up, and I give her a nickname Shay because, you know, I don't know if I'm saying it right, so that's my thing. When I don't know how to read something, let's give it a nickname. But she says young people are impressionable and want to be edgy. They have the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and to change their behaviors. And listen, Shay, I definitely feel you. I have a 15-year-old at home.
So what happens if he says something stupid?
He does, bro. He does. And like,
so are you going to rake him over the coals forever for it?
Well, no. I mean, like what I did is I sat him down and I had this really long conversation with him. I'm like, bro, you know, like I can't tell you what to post and not post. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to make your own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we had a very, very big conversation about like, bro, they are going to look back at this moment and they're going to hold you accountable for something that you said immaturely.
Right. And I mean, I feel the same way. Like, and this is, you know, don't take this the wrong way, anybody, because we're fine. But like, I feel that same way. Like when we either go completely crazy in the show or like all of a sudden, like every other word's the F-bomb. It's like, well, ultimately at the end of the day, like this rides on my back. So like, you know, if anybody's going to take heat for it, it's going to be me, even though it's someone else, right? It's like someone comes to your party and smashes the glass door. Like it's your fault. Your parents are blaming you, not the kid that was too drunk.
Right. And that's just a level of responsibility. We do have some hands here. So let's drop over here. Let's check
go
in.
Nikki.
Let's go
What's up,
Nikki.
Nikki?
Kid called Love.
Hi. Wait, me or?
Oh yeah, ladies first. Ladies first.
Hi guys. It's been a while.
Nikki.
Hey.
I wanted to come up because I experienced this. Some of you know this over the summer, and I think it is a two-way street. So either you own up, and the next day you face it and say, you know what, I was wrong. I didn't even know what I was saying. Or if say an employer finds something and they just fire that person was going to get pissed off and probably get even worse. So I'm a fan of giving people the opportunity to right their wrongs, and because
right your wrong,
first-hand experience.
right your wrong, and a non-disclosure on the way out.
Yeah. So what is
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
I think when we get to the second part of this conversation, I think that should be kind of the question. What does making it right look like? Right? Like, what does that look like? And but I know a kid called Love has his hand, or he has dropped. Maybe
I brought him back up. But well, for all we're doing that, we got Frankie up.
Yep. And Frank, go ahead, family.
Hey, gentlemen, I was just going to say, we are human and we all make mistakes, right? And that's great to understand. I understand that too, because like Nessie was saying, we're all on like 1,000th chance by now or something. You know what I'm saying? But there's also a line that you got to draw when it comes to business as well. Because it's okay. I want to give you the second chance because I believe in you, but you've already hurt the brand. I've lost X amount of money. I've lost X amount of customers. We've lost X amount of club members. How long am I supposed to let this go or give you chances? You know what I mean? Or do I wish you the best and move on? Yeah. That kind of deal. So there's still a line there of giving people chances. So if it's a repeated behavior, then you got to let them go.
So let's use this Yuga thing as the example then, because like this wasn't like, it's not that it was, even though like the repeated behavior was several years ago, like this just came up and it was so long. Like this was, cancel culture immediately. Like we're not even gonna broach the subject. Like the guy walked away.
Well, I got to look at it like this. It's not my business. But I'm not running that business. I'm not in their shoes.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know the vision. So what they obviously made a decision that they chose was best for their business and for their brand moving forward.
Not only was that the most diplomatic answer you could give, it literally is the most reasonable answer that you're like, listen, it's not my business. I don't know what their end goal is. So like, why even comment on it? That's
and too, like, like if you don't have a Yuga asset, you know what I mean? If you're not even participating in that ecosystem, you know what I'm saying? This conversation, for me, like as we were talking about it, bro, because it seems like in the ecosystem, and Seven's really big about in synchronicity. I don't know why I just like froze on that word. The synchronicities of because like we see this across like like we see it in Yuga, and then we see it in other projects, and it's like it kind of becomes what's happening now, right? Which is kind of like what kind of sparked this conversation, not necessarily to get on about the Yuga Labs or their thing. We're using them as an example because they are the premier, right? Like they're the premier project. They should move in to a corporation status before any other project if we're giving them the finger air quotes.
And the news really is what sparked this conversation and something we were talking about yesterday. So
yeah.
I mean, that's why we're giving it the attention.
For sure. Love.
Jeez Louise, man. Myself personally is just relatively this simple. Where are we ushering in? Y'all making this overcomplicated. This is a professional world, and this is Web3. Right? Okay, so let's simplify. There's people like you and me who created the culture of this industry. We set the standards, we set the monologue, and the monologue should be set as such. If you've done something in the past, to come forward. Like, think of all the influential people: Snoop Dogg, fucking Tupac, Jay-Z, P. Diddy. All these people come from levels of entertainment, and they are open about what it is that they've done, and they move past that because their talent and their body of work exhibits it, right? So I really don't see what the big deal is. Like, I didn't come into Web3 to keep up with the same bullshit. I came into Web3 for open honesty, transparency, and a pathway forward. That's just me, myself personally, but I'm after hearts and minds. So I tell everybody, if you're after money, don't listen to AI Love. But if you're after hearts and minds and you like the blockchain technology side of the tools of empowerment that it provides people and these metrics of oppression, the freedom that is going to usher into this new emerging creators market, these people want to create, and we're going to free and we're going to empower them to create. And I don't care if you made a mistake. What I care about is you owning to your mistakes, modifying your behavior. And this is what I tell a lot of people. It's just that simple. If we're going to play a game of charades and lie behind layers of anonymity, but try to engage in social forums, how does this work? Right? What are we susceptible? What are we asking ourselves to be susceptible to in reality? Like, we should want to be up front with each other and one another in doing business. I want to know if who this person is, and if this person has the potential, so that way I can at least be on red alert if red flags start to appear. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
at least I can say to
now you're
myself, well, hey,
stereotyping.
I'm not
Well, because
stereotyping, but it's
this is my question right here,
safeguarding.
love. This is my question, and I want to get your answer first on this, right? What's the solution, right? Because if people are coming forward like, hey, I want to let everybody know, I made some racist comments back in 2009. You know what I'm saying? It's not really how my views are. It was something stupid that I said back then. You know what I'm saying?
Put action behind it. Before I even said something, I would already have been doing shit. That's me, myself, personally. Like, people don't have to tell me to do what's right.
Mhm.
If I fucked up in this area, like in points and period of my life, I've done wrong by people, right? And so what I do is I give back. I give back in different sorts of ways. I actually do things to make a change in the world, right? To give, like, my time. That's the most valuable commodity you give. That's why volunteering is so important, because each and every one of us can make money, but that's the signal of us sacrificing our capabilities of what we can do to do something that's impactful and that's meaningful to somebody else. So that's just the way I move. I don't ask everybody to do what I do. This is decentralization, but this is just a seed for thought when you go to thinking, like, what is the culture going to look like forward, right? Because if we lie behind illusions, I always tell people you can't build truth on a body of lies.
Yeah.
You can't have a relationship of business and something that's going to flourish to metrics of success if we're plotting on each other, right? Like, we're against each other. We have to be open on, hey man, you made me feel this way. This is why I felt like that. If we can bury the hatchet and move forward, then great. If not, then we probably shouldn't be in participation of each other. And that's just the way I feel decentralization being in the future.
Well, and again, not that, and this is not my view, but I just, want to either take the contrarian view or at least be able to ask the question in a thought-provoking manner, right? So, like, take that for the example, decentralization. Why do you care about someone's personal feelings if, say, you've got a dev and you need a project done and it's the only guy that can do the job, but he's a clear racist, but he's able to do the work for you. Now decentralization flourishes, but at the sake of your morals, what's the decision that you make there?
There's always somebody.
What'd you say?
I mean, look,
somebody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the clear answer. There's always literally but there's, yeah.
I mean, no, I definitely get where you're at, right? I definitely get where you're at on that. Frank, you have your hand up. Go ahead, family.
I'm sorry, but we all have had IRL jobs or something, right? Or we've all worked with somebody that we don't like or we don't agree with or something. We've all had that job or been a part of, like, that person that is like, okay, that guy's obviously racist or that guy's obviously sexist or that person. You know what I'm saying? We've all worked with those people. What's the difference here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Mhm.
That's what I'm trying. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's the ethos
Well, the
of the
difference
space.
here.
Oh, go ahead, Ness. Good.
No, I was going to agree, dude. I think the difference here is that people are taking accountability for it, while in the other room,
I love that
people don't really take accountability. They're more of hiding because they while here we got decentralization and we are in control of it. You know what I'm saying? So when we see some fuck shit, we call it out.
That is,
other people stack on top of it to the point where people are pressured to either change or get the fuck out.
Fucking nailed it, man. Because with the decentralization, we still crave that transparency and we still are trying to crave as much accountability as we can within a true decentralized ethos. And so that's the answer right there.
Well, I mean, I do want to kind of put one little twist on that, though. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to get into the mob mentality. You know what I'm saying? Where, like, bad actors are controlling the mob to put the pressure on, right? We have
Whether you're creating the
like,
exception or the rule for the exception,
right? You're creating it, right? Because I mean, that's what we have this ability to do. And when we think of big players like Yuga, you know what I'm saying, like who are huge and have a lot of social credit, right? Yeah, we do need them to put appropriate pressure on, because how they put the pressure on is what's going to drive what's acceptable.
it sets the example for the rest of the standard. Yeah, good point.
That's the meta.
Nikki, you have your hand up. Thank you so much for being patient.
Of course. I was just gonna agree and say that maybe another solution is like just keep encouraging people to go to the IRL events, because odds are if you meet someone face to face, you're gonna be different when you're in a space on X, or talking to them behind a computer screen, because you know them personally, right? So that's the difference, I guess, between this and like an 9 to 5, like in an office job.
That's a fantastic point. Is that, obviously you go to work day in, day out with somebody, but at the Web3, when it's just, face to face, is at conference season, whatever it may happen to be, meetups.
That is literally the only reason why I go to these conferences, because I need to meet people face to face so I can understand, like, okay, is this somebody that I want to be around? Is this somebody that I want to involve my brand around? Is this somebody that's going to help me grow? Or is it somebody that's going to hinder my growth?
Yeah, exactly.
Big facts.
Okay. So you guys are saying that you, as leaders of your brand,
I just go for the hugs.
You're going to protect your brand by ensuring that the people that you're surrounded by aren't conducting themselves in ways that would be against your values. That's what it sounded like. I don't know. That's what it sounded like.
So I think
that's a part of the game, baby. You know what I'm saying?
See, so it's a case by case basis. I think that's at the end of the day how we got to think about this, is that, like it's all situational. Like, how do you actually conduct yourself? Did you say something stupid in the heat of passion? Did you say something stupid to try to be cool? Or are you just a piece of shit? Like there's a whole difference there. So it's your conduct that's measured on a whole. And I think people are afforded an opportunity for redemption when it is time to make that redemption. And so I think we nailed it, man.
But if you don't make that redemption,
then
don't be surprised when you get cut. Because I'm gonna be honest, Law. Like literally, perfect example. I was there last year. Fucking at Art Basel, we had a situation where I was literally bringing people from Detroit. This was their first ever Web3 event. You know what I'm saying? I brought them to an event. Mind you, the host didn't know me, or I didn't know the host. Apparently they knew me though. They walk outside at the party and they're like, hey, what are you niggas doing outside? Come on inside to the party. Now, mind you, this is not someone of African-American descent. And I don't know this person personally. So instantly I was just like, yo, what'd you say? And she was like, yo, just you come inside. And I was like, no, that's not what you said. What did you say? And she was like, she repeated what she said. And I was just like, yo, I don't feel comfortable bringing in people, introducing them to Web3. And this is their first interaction fresh off the plane. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up dipping and I told some other artists what happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, if you guys want to stay, I don't feel comfortable, blah, 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 blah. And 99% of the artists that was with me was like, yo, we don't fuck with that. That's not okay. We out. You know what I'm saying? So half of the performance was gone. But there was one artist that stuck around and was like, well, I mean, I understand if you got to leave, but I got to perform and blah, blah, blah. And that showed me who that person was. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you have a performance and blah, 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 but you put your music over your ethics. And that's something that I can't fuck with, which is why I'm not around that person no more. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, you have to go to these IRL events. You have to go to these IRL events. If you are going to be in this space and you want to grow and build in this space, you got to go IRL as well.
You have to network. You have to network, man.
And
I tell people, man, I need to see your face, email, but we got.
Oh, shit. My bad. Love you guys. I don't know if you got cut there. Frank, real quick. We only got about 30 seconds, but I don't want to leave your hand hanging.
Yeah, we didn't get you an arm.
Oh no, y'all go ahead. No, y'all go ahead. Y'all do what you got to do.
No, man, go for it.
Oh, okay. So y'all agree that Yuga is kind of setting the standard here, and I believe that it's all about the business and the brand. Kind of like what Nessie was saying, you got to have the people that you align with your brand and your image, because those are the people that you're going to attract at the end of the day. So, I mean, if that's their brand and that's how the way they're setting the standard and creating structure and accountability within their brand, then that's what they do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to judge somebody for the way they conduct business, but yeah, I mean, you're supposed to hold people accountable for actions. Maybe it's past or whatever, but you got to make sure that your brand and your people is taken care of at the end of the day.
Yep. No, 100%. And I think that you give someone the opportunity, in my opinion, you would give someone the opportunity to clean it up or go. You don't let cancel culture just take over. This is very relaxing. I hope that you guys have a very relaxing day. Okay. This is one of Turbo's beats. I love this.
You're supposed to take us out. Like,
I had to hear it for the first time too. I guess maybe I should listen. All right. Well, what I want for you all to do is to have yourself a really good day. What I like to say is make yourself 1% better than you were yesterday. You stack that up over time. And in a year, you're going to be 365% better than you were last year. We love you guys. Have a great day. Make sure that you tune into AJ's live stream coming up at 10:30, Ben at 11:30. Crypto Crossfire back at 4 p.m. today. There may be some fun stuff throughout the day. Who knows? But we will talk to you at the breakfast table tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. So we'll see you tomorrow.